much interested in post results if you finish second.
Andrew Peacock concedes defeat and bows out as leader.
I've decided to relinquish my appointments as Minister in the Victorian Government.
State Labor Minister Evan Walker resigns from Cabinet, and pregnant women injured as immigrants riot in Macau. Good evening, Mary Delahunty in Melbourne with the ABC National News. Andrew Peacock has formally conceded the election to Labor and has quit as opposition leader. The announcement came after a shadow cabinet meeting in Melbourne and has immediately sparked a leadership battle, with Shadow Treasurer John Hewson the clear favourite. And in a dramatic twist, Dr Hewson asked Andrew Peacock to stand as his deputy.
It was really a formality, the announcement everyone was expecting for days.
It is clear to us now that Labor has won the election, and I congratulate Mr Hawke on his success. Additionally, I have told the Shadow Ministry this morning that at the next Parliamentary Party meeting, which I've set down for next Tuesday at 11 a.m, that I will resign the leadership of the Liberal Party and therefore the opposition.
But while Mr Peacock stalled on the final concession, his own colleagues had certainly made up their minds, arriving for Shadow Cabinet this morning.
And I think there is a dawning realisation that we will not form government.
I'm pragmatic and realistic, and clearly it's slipping in the government's direction.
What appeared to be an unlosable election appears to have been lost.
Two of those writing off the coalition are now part of the scramble for the vacant Liberal leadership, John Howard and Peter Reid.
And I think the Liberal Party's really got to look to the future. I think we've got to have a fresh start, we've got to have new faces, new people.
John Howard, in an obvious attempt to put some starch into his leadership claims, decided to let the Liberals in on a few home truths.
It tends to brush things under the carpet and adopt this false bravado of let's getting on with the job, and in reality it doesn't really learn from errors it's made or from past failure.
Despite all the jockeying going on, Andrew Peacock has certainly made up his mind about who should succeed him.
I am encouraging Dr Hewson to stand, and I believe he has very strong support.
Now the leadership battle is well and truly on, but it really is only a one-horse race. As one Shadow Minister commented after the Peacock announcement today, John Hewson is a shoo-in.
Late today, Dr Hewson did finally declare his hand, and in a twist of fate has asked Andrew Peacock to be his deputy.
I felt very strongly that Andrew's talents shouldn't be lost from the party, and I urged him to consider running as deputy.
Mr Peacock is yet to accept Dr Hewson's offer, but one thing appears certain: if he does, there'll be no leadership challenge in the future.
Oh, I have no intention of seeking the leadership, so that doesn't arise.
Ever.
Bypass it, yeah, that's right, never. Full stop.
The Peacock offer has opened up some old wounds, though, with John Howard now saying if Mr Peacock stands as deputy, then he'll certainly contest the leadership. There's also the question of who gets what in the new look opposition front bench. All John Hewson's saying is that if he's leader, he'll choose without fear or favour. With so much movement on the coalition's side of politics, Prime Minister Bob Hawke has taken the opportunity to formally claim victory for Labor. Although counting of votes is not complete, Labor figures at this stage have it winning 76 seats, the coalition 69, with one independent. There are still 2 seats in the balance, Richmond, currently held by Nationals leader Charles Blunt, and Stirling.
Andrew Peacock's 24-year quest to become Prime Minister now appears at an end. Even though he's now considering whether to contest the deputy leadership, the top job seems certain to elude the man once regarded as one of the Liberals' brightest and best.
Andrew Peacock came to politics with an impeccable pedigree for leadership. At the age of 26, the law graduate became the youngest ever president of the Victorian Liberal Party. And a year later, 1966, he stepped into the shoes of the party's founder, winning the seat of Kooyong following Sir Robert Menzies' retirement. At 30, he became the then youngest ever minister with the Army portfolio. In 1974, Mr Peacock began a running battle with Malcolm Fraser by backing opposition leader Billy Snedden against Mr Fraser's leadership bid. Later, he was to challenge Mr Fraser for the Prime Minister's office and fail. But in those years, he consolidated his political profile as a successful foreign minister.
Looking down the line, I see nothing but politics for me.
And when the Fraser government fell to Bob Hawke in 1983, the Liberals finally turned to Andrew Peacock. But in 1985, his bungled attempt to extract an oath of loyalty from his deputy John Howard ended with Mr Howard grabbing the leadership. On losing it, Mr Peacock's ambition to lead the country faltered.
Do you still want to be Prime Minister?
I don't know that I ever did.
But today he renounced that lapse.
Did you really want to be Prime Minister?
Certainly did.
After 24 years, though, Andrew Peacock's paramount ambition is finally extinguished.
Thank you.
The Cain government is still in crisis tonight with the resignation today of one of its most senior ministers, Evan Walker. The government's leader in the upper house says he's resigned to make way for new talent in the cabinet. But as Steve Letts reports, the move has further complicated negotiations between Labor factions on the reshuffle.
When Evan Walker entered his news conference today, only his closest colleague, the Premier, knew what he was about to announce.
That I've decided to relinquish my appointments as Minister in the Victorian Government to make way for the inclusion of new and fresh talent in John Cain's new cabinet.
Mr Walker has enjoyed a distinguished ministerial career over the 8 years of the Cain government. From the small independent faction, Mr Walker had been the government's third most senior minister, serving in 8 portfolios, his last being in post-secondary education, the arts and major projects, which includes overseeing the preparation of Melbourne's Olympic bid. With the deadlock holding fast between the right and left factions on the cabinet reshuffle, Mr Walker effectively laid down his political life for his close friend and leader.
It will give my Premier a little extra freedom to make his choices tomorrow.
Mr Walker conceded that the Premier had failed to talk him out of resigning, but in the end he says the decision was a mixture of sadness and simple homespun philosophy.
My mum used to say you should leave a party while you're still enjoying it.
While Mr Walker's action is entirely well-meaning, it only complicates Labor's problems. The Constitution demands that the vacancy must be filled by an upper house member, but neither faction wants to accept the vacancy because it would then forgo the chance to promote one of their more favoured candidates, all of whom reside in the lower house. Late this evening, the factions were meeting behind closed doors to break the impasse. If that can't be achieved, it will throw the onus back onto the Premier, who then may move for a spill of all cabinet positions as early as tomorrow. Such action would then most likely become a bitter test of factional muscle and numbers.
And that factional meeting is still going on at Parliament House amid rumours of other cabinet resignations. Steve Letts is at Parliament House now. Steve, what's the latest?
Well, Mary, events are moving fairly fast here right at the moment as a series of meetings concerning Rob Jolly's future continue. What we can definitely say is that Mr Jolly has not yet resigned. However, that announcement is expected either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Mr Jolly's factional colleagues are currently scurrying around the basement corridors of Parliament, still trying to stitch up the reshuffle deal with the left. But from now, Mary, it's back to you in the studio.